This is a story of when I went on a road trip with my friends that I had an encounter I'll never forget. We were driving through a remote stretch of countryside, miles away from any town, when we decided to take a shortcut through an old winding road that looked like it hadn't been used in years. As we navigated the narrow path, the sun was setting, casting long shadows across the road. The trees on either side seemed to close in around us, their branches forming a natural tunnel. There was an eerie feeling in the air, a sense that we were venturing into the unknown. We were joking and laughing, trying to shake off the unease that had settled over us. That's when we saw it, a figure standing at the edge of the road. It was a woman, dressed in an old-fashioned white dress. She was facing away from us, her long hair flowing in the wind. We slowed down, our curiosity getting the best of us. As we approached, I felt a chill run down my spine. There was something off about the woman's appearance, the way she seemed to blend in with the shadows, the way her clothes seemed to be from another era. My friend honked the horn, hoping to get her attention. The woman slowly turned around, and I'll never forget the look on her face. Her eyes were empty, void of any emotion or recognition. Without a word, the woman started walking toward us, her movements slow and deliberate. Panic surged within us, and my friend slammed his foot on the gas pedal, propelling us forward. As we sped past her, I stole a glance in the rearview mirror, expecting to see her disappear into the darkness. But she was still there, standing in the middle of the road, watching us. We drove for miles, our hearts pounding, until we finally reached a gas station in the next town. We stumbled out of the car, breathless and shaken. As we recounted our story to the gas station attendant, his face grew solemn. "You saw her too," he said, his voice low. He went on to tell us that the road we had taken was known for strange occurrences, and that the woman we described was a common sight for those who dared to venture down that path. To this day, I can't shake the memory of that woman with the empty eyes, standing in the darkness. It's a reminder that there are places and things beyond our understanding, and that sometimes the line between reality and the supernatural can blur in the most unsettling ways. This incident happened at a summer evening. My friends and I decided to go camping in a remote area known for its natural beauty. We set up our campsite near a serene lake surrounded by dense woods. The moon was full that night, casting a gentle glow on the water and the trees. As darkness fell, we gathered around the campfire, telling stories and sharing laughter. The crackling fire provided a sense of comfort, but every now and then I felt a slight unease, as if we were being watched. I brushed it off, attributing it to the natural sounds of the forest. Hours passed, and fatigue finally caught up with us. We retreated to our tents, the sounds of the night growing more pronounced, the chirping of crickets, the rustling of leaves in the wind. I settled into my sleeping bag, my mind drifting towards sleep. But then I heard it. A soft, mournful melody carried on the breeze. It was a haunting tune, like something out of an old folk song. At first, I thought it was my imagination playing tricks on me. But the melody persisted, growing louder and more distinct. I unzipped my tent and stepped outside, my heart pounding in my chest. The melody seemed to be coming from the direction of the lake. My friends were emerging from their tents as well, their expressions mirroring my own confusion and concern. In a trance-like state, we followed the melody to the water's edge. The moonlight painted a silvery path on the lake's surface, and there, standing waist-deep in the water, was a figure. It was a woman, her long hair cascading down her back, her pale skin glowing in the moonlight. She continued to sing the mournful melody, her voice carrying an otherworldly beauty that sent shivers down my spine. We watched, transfixed, as she moved gracefully in the water, her eyes fixed on some distant point. It was as if she was lost in another time and place. One of my friends shouted out to her, asking if she needed help, but she didn't respond, didn't acknowledge our presence at all. It was as if she was in a trance of her own, completely absorbed in her ethereal song. As suddenly as it began, the melody started to fade, the woman's voice growing fainter and fainter until it was swallowed by the night. And then, she slowly turned and walked deeper into the lake, disappearing beneath the surface with a final, haunting glance back at us. We stood there in stunned silence, the moment feeling like a dream. It was as if we had glimpsed something from another realm, a fleeting encounter with the unknown. We returned to our campsite, shaken and unable to sleep for the rest of the night. To this day, I can still hear the haunting melody in my mind, a reminder that the natural world holds mysteries beyond our comprehension. It's a memory that has left me with a sense of awe and wonder, a testament to the inexplicable forces that can weave their way into our lives when we least expect it.